Well, we are in the kitchen because there is something special about April at Anthony's in downtown Boise. We're talking fresh halibut. It is back. Check this out over here on ice. Today we're actually talking about what makes halibut so exceptional. From being sourced in Alaska and then flown straight here to Boise, we're going to find out why it pairs so perfectly with seasonal rhubarb. Such a beautiful marriage, and we'll explain why. Joining us, though, we have Chef Matt already cooking up here in the kitchen, and seafood buyer Tim Ferrellman. It's so great to have both of you. I know Matt's already getting stuff cooked up here, Tim, but I want to talk about halibut, though. What makes halibut such a desired fish?
I think part of it is the versatility of it.
Okay.
I mean, people who aren't really daring seafood or fish eaters may not want to eat, something as robust as a piece of swordfish or ahi. This is safe. It's mild. It lends itself to every type of cooking, and people just love halibut. It's their favorite thing, and they get really excited about it when the fresh season rolls around.
Oh, absolutely. So this is kind of the gateway fish, if you will, right? If you're fish curious, start with halibut. It's a great introduction. All right. Yeah. And I have to admit, though, we have a giant halibut over here on ice, which is just jaw-dropping when you walk here into the studio and into the kitchen. Not the prettiest fish, though, Tim. I have to be honest. Not a pretty fish, but it tastes really pretty. Tell us more about halibut.
Well, I think they're kind of cool. I mean, not every fish has both eyes on the same side of same side of its head. Yeah. They actually are born upright. Oh, really? With eyes on both sides, and at about 6 months, the metamorphosis happens, and it goes to both eyes on the same side, so they can lay on the bottom.
No kidding. Yeah. So this is a bottom fish.
It's a bottom fish, but not a bottom feeder necessarily. They look up and they'll travel well off the bottom and to go after other fish and whatnot. They will eat things like crab and other things on the bottom as well. Ooh. So they're cool fish, and they grow pretty fast because they're voracious when it comes to eating.
Okay, all right, and then we're voracious when it comes to eating them.
Oh, yeah.
How about that, the circle of life? Okay, so halibut, though, we're pairing it with rhubarb. Yes, that's a really unique marriage, if you will. But Chef Matt, tell us why this is such a good combo.
Such a good combo. Rhubarb's a little bit tart, so we're making a coulis, and we're reducing it down with some wine, some sugar, and then we'll burr mix it, or blend it if you will, and this is the finished sauce. It gives it a really nice, sweet finish, and then it pairs really well with a little bit of citrus butter on our halibut. Speaking of halibut, will you hand me that halibut real quick?
Yes. Oh, I would love to see, Chef. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Yes. You're making me hungry talking all about this. And you called it a coulis, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a beautiful color.
Yes, ma'am.
That is so pretty with the rhubarb and the red wine in there. It smells amazing. Look at the chunk of fish here in the pan, like the thickness of that. It looks delicious raw. I can't imagine what it's going to be like, when you're done cooking this up. Now, so you're making the halibut right now for the rhubarb, but how else do you prepare the halibut as well? Because you got a couple other dishes too.
Yes, we have one of the crowd favorites over there with the green sauce is our halibut chive.
Oh, look at that. That's impressive on a plate.
By far our most popular. It's delicious. It's one of my favorite dishes. We do a halibut cake, which is a really cool play with the halibut that we use. Has a little bit of crab velouté in there, finished with an aioli. Very delicious. And then the dish that I'm preparing is the halibut coulis. And again, it's finished with that coulis sauce that we're making right here, and a little bit of citrus butter and some hazelnuts. So
the hazelnuts on top.
Yes, ma'am.
Every single one of these dishes is making my mouth water. I am so hungry. And then you're also cooking up a new fresh filet right here. I'm like, Chef Matt, you're mean. I want to eat all of it right now. This looks incredible. Okay, but we're not only making delicious dishes, we're also using delicious products, right? We're using the freshest fish, because a dish is only as good as its base, right? So how do you get the freshest fish here in Boise?
Well, first of all, you got to know your suppliers and where you're getting it from, how it was caught, when it was caught. And then the beautiful thing about halibut is I really target Southeast Alaska, Sitka, Ketchikan, Petersburg. It's a very short flight down to Seattle, and then we can bump it on a plane, and boom, Matt can go pick it up right at the airport.
Oh, you pick it up?
Yes, ma'am.
You pick up your fish?
Yep, several times a week.
Oh, my goodness.
We can also put it on a truck this afternoon, and it'll be delivered to Matt tomorrow morning.
No kidding.
I mean, that's a nice thing about Boise being so close to us, really.
And we're looking at some pictures, some footage of some of the boats out there too. That Tim, you probably work with crews.
Yeah.
So you know the individuals that are actually bringing the fish to the restaurant.
A lot of them, yes, I do, and
Wow.
we also work with the small producers up there that help facilitate getting the fishermen's fish offloaded and to us. And
is this halibut that we're looking at here too in the photos?
oh, those
as well?
are beautiful, yeah. Those are beautiful hook and line, long line caught. That's the other thing about halibut. It's all hook and line caught, one fish at a time. They come up alive on the hook. They can be processed immediately and iced by the fishermen. I mean, it's just a really great fish to work with.
And beautiful. And look at this cooking up here in the pan. This looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to dive into this. Fresh fish cooked up just as if we were on the coast, just as if Idaho was not landlocked. We were on the coast as well. We get the same delicious experience when we go to Anthony's. And as mentioned, 3 different options here for your halibut. You also have the cake as well too, which is unique if you want to try something different than the halibut steak or a fillet. Okay, I'm going to let you, Matt, go ahead and start to plate this once this is done. In the meantime, though, before we have that finished dish, let's talk about where people can find Anthony's. Where are you guys located?
We're located on Front Street in downtown, and we're in the Simplot building. We also do a really cool thing. We validate parking, so if you're one of those people that has a hard time finding parking or anything like that, so we validate parking as well, which is a cool feature we offer.
Wonderful. And Tim, again, too, how often do you get the fresh fish into Anthony's?
We get fish over to Matt 4 days a week. And like I said, the cool thing about it is I can fly it here as quick as I can deliver it in one of my trucks from Seattle up to our Bellingham restaurant. So he's really, to me, just local almost. So yeah, it works out really great. And we always send Matt the best stuff we got.
Absolutely.
So,
and Matt, you got to appreciate that the fresh options that you have too.
Absolutely. Getting the freshest and best quality from our own team is paramount. But not only that, we've been doing, we call it our best of season program. We do that as the seasons change through the year. So right now we're in rhubarb, and then we'll be switching into strawberries and peaches later in the year.
All right, taking advantage of all the seasonal goodness.
Yeah, so we have a best of season that progresses throughout the year. We've been doing it since the 80s. We started doing that before farm to table was even really a fad. So, we take a lot of pride in creating really delicious and changing and evolving dishes. So.
Wonderful. All right, sir, I'll let you plate that, and then let's tell everybody where to go, where they can find Anthony's. They go Anthony's.com?
Anthony's.com.
Excellent.
Find it. And if you're in the Seattle or Pacific Northwest area, we got lots of locations there, so be sure to visit them.
Wonderful. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Chef Matt, really appreciate you here in the studio cooking this up. And everyone, make sure that you dive in at Anthony's.